Policing the police, the challenge of reforming a broken system. Policing the police refers to the difficult and sometimes divisive process of supervising law enforcement organizations to guarantee responsibility, openness, and conformity to moral and legal requirements. The persistent misbehavior, disproportionate use of force, and institutionalized biases that have afflicted police forces all throughout the world highlight this difficulty. It takes a complex strategy to address ingrained problems in law enforcement's culture, training, regulations, and procedures in order to reform a broken system. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into complex and important issues facing our society. Today, we're tackling the difficult topic of policing the police and the challenges of reforming a broken system. It's a controversial and divisive issue, one that is crucial to address for the well-being of our communities. A primary obstacle to police reform is the deeply embedded culture that frequently places more value on solidarity and loyalty than on accountability. When an officer engages in misbehavior, this blue wall of silence may shield them, making it challenging to hold them accountable. The department's ideals must change in order to change this culture. Openness, responsibility, and community-focused policing must be prioritized. Establishing consistent, intense training in de-escalation tactics, ethics, and cultural competency can support the development of a new culture that puts the rights and welfare of the communities they serve first. Developing a more capable and compassionate police force requires a strong emphasis on education and training. Conventional training regimens frequently place more emphasis on physical techniques than they do on mental health awareness, communication techniques, and de-escalation techniques. Comprehensive training programs that incorporate unconscious bias education, scenario-based exercises, and mental health crisis response can help close this disparity by giving officers the tools they need to respond more skillfully and compassionately to a range of scenarios. Additionally, officers should be required to participate in ongoing professional development to stay current on emerging best practices and community needs. Another essential element of policing reform is policy reform. Policies pertaining to the use of force, the use of body cameras, and disciplinary measures need to be precise, uniform, and rigorously adhered to. For example, defining precise policies regarding the use of force and putting in place strong supervision systems can reduce needless violence and improve accountability. It has been demonstrated that the deployment of body cameras increases openness and can yield important proof in situations involving contentious conversations. Policies must, however, guarantee the regular use of body cameras and the availability of material to the public and pertinent oversight agencies as needed. Mechanisms for accountability are necessary to uphold justice and foster public trust. Independent oversight organizations that are unbiased in their investigation of claims of police wrongdoing include civilian review boards. These organizations need to be given the power and funding to carry out in-depth investigations and impose sanctions. Additionally, misbehavior can be stopped before it gets out of hand by putting early intervention procedures in place to spot officers who behave problematically. One essential component of successful policing reform is community engagement. By establishing robust and dependable relationships with the communities they serve, police officers are better equipped to comprehend and resolve the particular requirements and issues of various neighborhoods. Initiatives for community policing, in which police are stationed in certain regions to establish relationships with locals, have the potential to increase collaboration and trust. Frequent town hall meetings, community advisory boards, and alliances with neighborhood groups can all help to promote candid communication and cooperative problem-solving. Furthermore, for real reform to occur, fundamental problems like socioeconomic inequality and racial bias must be addressed. Data-driven strategies can be used to detect and lessen biases in law enforcement procedures. One way to identify patterns of racial disparities and inform targeted actions is to analyze data on traffic stops, arrests, and use of force occurrences. Cooperation between law enforcement, social agencies, and community organizations is necessary to address the underlying causes of crime, which include poverty, illiteracy, and limited access to mental health treatments. In conclusion, policing the police is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires a holistic approach to reform. It will take courage, dedication, and a willingness to challenge the status quo to create a more just and effective law enforcement system. We must all work together to hold our police accountable and ensure that they serve and protect all members of our communities. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to continue the conversation on this important topic. Stay informed, stay engaged, and together we can work towards a better future.